MSU TV is on the air, bringing you the best student-produced educational, entertaining, and informative programming. Broadcasting out of Breckenridge Hall on the campus of Morehead State University, MSU TV is signing on.
Today on NewsCenter, find out what Gamma Phi Beta is doing for their philanthropy, learn about a 72-hour challenge on campus, and discover what it means to be part of Tree Campus USA. All this and more, now on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Chad Hedrick.
And I'm Jacob Miller. This is your news for April 16th, 2015.
Lieutenant Governor candidate Janine Hampton, running mate with Matt Bevin, traveled to Morehead yesterday afternoon for a GOP candidate meeting, but not before stopping by MSU's campus to meet up with the NewsCenter team. Reporter Chelsea Armstrong sat down with Ms. Hampton to chat about her campaign's plans for the Kentucky gubernatorial race.
How important is the vote of the college student to you?
It's extremely important, and I hope the college students, regardless of who they vote for, actually, I hope they vote. We find among your age group that the participation rate is really low, and it really shouldn't be, because these people who are in office are making long-term decisions that affect you. So, I know there are on many college campuses, there's either young Republicans or young Democrats or whatever clubs, but I hope you recognize that vote is probably one of the most important things, one of the most important rights that you have, and exercise it and make it, I would advise the students to just, look at the candidates and make informed choices, not only in the governor's race, but in all the races. Don't just, I know many, the norm is that most people wait until a week or two out and they listen to the commercials. Do more than listen to the commercials, and research the folks, because these people will have long-range impact on your lives.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
You're quoted on the website as saying that you wanted to hand over a better Kentucky to future generations. Mm-hmm. How do you plan on doing that?
Well, that's our entire plan. Let's just make Kentucky better than when we came in. If we can improve it, if let's say we're elected and re-elected, so we get 8 years, and if at the end of that 8 years the $34 billion pension is resolved, if at the end of that 8 years we have more businesses that have come in and our unemployment rate has dropped, Eastern Kentucky has some options, people are back to work, the schools, the parents of kids have more choices to send their kids to schools, then we will have handed over a better Kentucky.
Okay, and lastly, what is just in general one thing that you'd like to say to the students here on this campus?
Oh, I would, again, I'm sorry I already said it, but
no, you're fine. Just
please vote, but make an informed choice. It is so important. I really, I've watched politics for years, and I was 18 once too, so I know how it is. My priorities back then were, what concert I was going to next. So, I understand your priorities, and that your priorities change as you age, and. But if I could have said anything to my 18-year-old self, it would be exactly that, to just really, if you have a chance to even go see and hear a candidate and ask them your questions, because when you speak to people in person, it's different than if you wrote them or read about them online. Go talk to them. We have a right as citizens to talk to our elected officials. They should expect me as a private citizen to to call or write or text or whatever. You know, if I see them in the grocery store, you know, they are serving us. We elect so many people who forget that they are there to serve us. And so I would just tell the students on this campus, look for servants, look for servant leaders, look for somebody with the heart of a servant to lead whatever, you know, to elect into whatever position, because it's just so important.
Former New England Patriots player Aaron Hernandez has been found guilty of first-degree murder. A Massachusetts jury found that Hernandez killed Odin Lloyd on June 17, 2013. Lloyd was dating the sister of Hernandez's fiancée. He was found shot 6 times in an industrial park less than a mile from Hernandez's home. Hernandez's lawyer acknowledged during closing arguments that he was there when Lloyd was killed, but he pinned the shooting on Hernandez's 2 friends, saying his client was a 23-year-old who didn't know what to do. Prosecutors said Hernandez planned the killing and then helped cover it up. The conviction carries a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
A Floyd County man was charged Tuesday with being under the influence while he was riding a horse. Michael D. Kimmel faces several charges, and troopers say they received a call from Betsy Lane about a man riding a horse under the influence. When they found Kimmel, WKYT was told that he ran from the authorities. They later caught him at a home in the Justle community. Now, according to Kentucky State Police, he faces DUI and fleeing or evading police charges, among others. Join us after the break for a look at weather with Mary Dameron and News Center Notices with Allison Caudill.
Dude, where you been out all day?
Breckenridge Hall.
What's so cool about Breckenridge Hall?
Welcome back to News Center. I'm Mary Dameron. Thanks for tuning in. Currently on campus, it is 66 degrees today, and some of the sunshine's trying to work its way back in there, but we might be seeing a few rain showers possibly tonight. So, record temperatures, normally the high is around 65 degrees and the normal low is 44 degrees. So we're right where we need to be on that. The record high in 1942 is 93 degrees, so that'd be awesome today. And the record low was 16 in 1964. Current temperatures across Kentucky, 67 in Ashland, 66 in Moorhead, 68 in Mount Sterling, 68 in Lexington and Richmond, 64 in Jackson, and 63 in Harlan. For your current radar, we see a lot of precipitation moving its way on up to the Moorhead area. By tonight, we do see a little bit of scattered showers maybe trying to come on through, but now tomorrow things should be starting to warm up and the sunshine should be starting to work its way on through, hopefully. For your 24-hour planner, like I said tonight, possibility of some isolated storms onto the overnight hour. Waking up for your Friday morning, 59 degrees by 7 a.m. A small chance that it could be raining, though, when you get up, so make sure you bring your umbrellas for class tomorrow. By the afternoon, a pleasant 70 degrees, partly sunny, and working on way up to 76 degrees tomorrow. So it's going to be a very, very nice Friday. Let's go ahead and take it over to the news desk for a look at News Center Notices with Chad.
Mary, thanks. I'm being joined by Allison Caldwell. She's the Assistant Director for Alumni Relations and Development here on Morehead State's campus. Allison, thank you for coming here with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I want to talk about the big event that's coming up just in a few weeks or so, the Spring Gala. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. The Spring Gala is actually an annual event we have here at Morehead State. It's the 24th year for the Spring Gala. It raises money for the academic programs and scholarships here at MSU, and it's just a wonderful event, a wonderful opportunity to showcase the talents of our students.
So there's always a different theme each year. What's this year's theme?
Well, this year's theme is Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
So different components of the evening will be French themed, and everything from the food to the entertainment will have a Moulin Rouge flair to it.
Okay. You talk about the entertainment. Who's the big act this year?
Well, the entertainment is produced by MSU professor Greg Wing, and Greg has some experience producing shows in Vegas, so it's sure to be a Vegas type atmosphere. All of our performers are MSU students or faculty members, so as I mentioned before, it's just a really great opportunity to showcase some of the talents that our students have right here on campus.
Now, who typically attends the gala?
Well, the attendees include a variety of alumni and friends of the university. We have corporate supporters, many of those of which are local businesses in town, and they bring some of their customers, some of their employees to host them for the evening. We also have lots of alumni and friends that come back for the event, and they purchase individual tickets for the event.
Now, where does the event take place? Is it on campus?
Yes, the event is on campus. The event begins, it's Saturday, April 25th, and it begins at 6 p.m. in the evening, and we start with a reception inside of ADUC, and then we will move into dinner, which is in ADUC also, and then the show takes place across the street in Button Auditorium. And then the night ends with a dessert reception inside the Button Drill Room. So everything's right in the heart of campus. So again, all of the attendees that come back not only get to see the talents of our students, but our beautiful campus as well.
Now, typically, do you know how much you raise a year for the event?
Last year, our net proceeds were just above $100,000. So we are always pleased with the results of the event. It's the university's largest event fundraiser, and to raise that amount of money in one night is quite an accomplishment.
All right, well, we hope it goes off without a hitch this year. Allison, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Stay tuned after the break for a look at weather with Mary Dameron and Eagle Athletics with Alexis Matthews.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna.
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Morehead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
MSU is learning.
School spirit.
Teamwork.
MSU is Greek.
MSU is diverse.
Historical.
Beautiful.
MSU is educational.
Fitness.
It's hands-on.
MSU is the sound.
MSU is art.
MSU is potential.
MSU is much more.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Mary Dameron. We're having a pleasant evening this Thursday, 66 on campus today, and it looks like some of the rain has moved on past just for now though. For your 24-hour planner, it's sunny right now, but we could be seeing some potential of rain working its way on through the overnight hours. By 8 p.m. tonight, isolated storms are a possibility. Now looking up for your Friday morning, a small chance of rain as you're getting out of bed, but it looks like things are going to be drying up and making for a pleasant Friday afternoon at 70 degrees. And by 5 o'clock, a high of 76 degrees. So pretty nice Friday for you guys tomorrow. Current temperatures in Kentucky, 71 in Covington, 72 in Frankfort, 75 in Louisville, 72 in Fort Knox, and 69 in Bowling Green. Your current radar, courtesy of WKYT, sees some scattered storms working its way on through. It looks like they're pushing off right now, but they could be coming back this evening, so be on the lookout for that. And they could be lingering on through into the early morning hours, so you want to make sure you're prepared for that as well. For tonight, there's a 60% chance of rain. A few scattered storms could be in that mix as well, and some thunder, so be on the lookout if you're going out this evening. Tomorrow, thunderstorms likely early in the morning, but for your Friday, it's going to be a high of actually 76 tomorrow, so it's going to be pretty nice, and things are going to be drying out, so it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend ahead for you guys. Now, taking a look at your 7-day forecast, like I said, tomorrow a high of 76 degrees. It's going to be nice and sunny. And Saturday, a high of 77. There is a 30% chance of some scattered rain, but I think pretty much that's going to be mostly just some dry drizzles, and it'll move on past for your Saturday. So a great day if you guys want to get out there and go barbecuing or picnicking or anything like that. It's going to be gorgeous. Now Sunday, it's taking a little bit of a turn, 71 degrees and a 70% chance of rain for your Sunday. And with looking into Monday and Tuesday, things are going to start cooling off a little bit again with that rain bringing its way on, and the temperatures are going down. So be prepared for that. By the end of the week, though, things are starting to look up a little bit more at 63 on your Thursday. So it's springtime, and I love it.
Yeah, I wish this rain would stop, though. My apartment will never get fixed.
Oh, I know. But, we need it for the flowers. And summer's just around the corner. We only have, 2.5 more weeks left of school. So I'm excited for it. Well, guys, let's go ahead and take it over to that sports with Alexis.
Your home for the Morehead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
The Morehead State Eagles kicked off its annual blue and white spring game this past Saturday at Jane Stadium, with the defense wearing blue and the offense wearing white. The scoring format for the defense was that they were rewarded 3 points for 3 and outs and turnovers, 7 points for a touchdown, and 2 points for a safety. The offense had normal scoring rules, same as a regular game. The offense was able to score 21 points, led by junior quarterback Austin Gehafer. He was able to connect on 15 of 21 passes for 169 yards. A 20-yard touchdown completion to Jake Sutherland and a 13-yard touchdown strike to Harrison Bond. Jack Sherry also was able to toss a 5-yard touchdown to freshman slot receiver Nathan Sames. On the defensive side of the ball, they were able to record 3 3-and-outs, which resulted in 9 points. Sophomore linebacker Jacob Biller also raced to the end zone after recovering a fumble caused by sophomore Lawrence Waters, which resulted in 7 points. Junior defensive back Brandon Lauder led the defense with 9 tackles. Tim Dysart was able to collect 8. The Eagles returned to camp in early August and kick off the season opener at James Madison on September 5th. The Morehead State baseball team is on a roll, having won 11 of their last 12 consecutive games. The Eagles' loss at Kentucky on March 25th marked their 6th loss in a row. What better way to counter a losing streak than to just win, win, win? Fresh off their sweep against conference foe UT Martin last weekend, MSU was able to take care of business at home on Tuesday against West Virginia Tech. Aaron Leisure got the start and eventual win for Mike McGuire's ball club. Leisure went 5 innings and gave up 4 earned runs. It was reliever Matt Anderson who came in for innings 6 through 9. Anderson performed phenomenally, striking out 5 Tech batters and allowing 0 runs. On the offensive side, the top half of MSU's lineup carried the team to victory. Each of the first 6 guys in the lineup were able to join the hit parade. Right fielder Brandon Raw and catcher Chris Robinson notched 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 hit, 2 RBIs respectively. Now at 22-14 overall, MSU is preparing for a 3-game homestand this weekend against SIU Edwardsville. The Morehead State men's golf team carded a 293 on Tuesday in the final round of the TSU Big Blue Intercollegiate to tie for 6 out of 13 teams. The Eagles close out with a 54-hole score of 867, which still marks the season best by 19 strokes. MSU junior Logan Hogg tied for 8th out of 80 golfers, while junior Will Branham earned a share of 24th, and freshman Zach Smith tied for 27th. Junior Brad Newman and freshman Blake Cartwright came within 5 shots of finishing in the field's top half. Hogg paced Morehead State with a 3-round 212 and recorded his 8th top 10 performance as an Eagle. Smith turned in a season-best OG 70 in the final round, while Branham also posted a 70. Hogg notched a 76, while Cartwright fired a 77, and Newman wrapped with an 80. Morehead State wraps up regular season action on Monday and Tuesday at the Xavier Invitational. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. Who leads the Eagles baseball team in wins so far this season? A. Aaron Goh, B. Blake Smith, C. Brent Stoneking, or D. David Calderon? What do you guys think?
This is a tricky one, Alexis. I think I'll go with C.
I'm going to go with A on this one.
I'm going to go with D.
Okay, well, Chad is right. It is Aaron Goh. He has a 3-0 record and 7 appearances, and also leads the team with a 2.83 ERA.
Good for him.
Right. We'll be back after the break.
Addison, why are you dressed up like that?
Because you're in a dream, John.
How can you prove that?
Your body's still there.
What?
Wake up and smell the coffee. Java City.
The MSU Film Series Committee held its annual film challenge over the weekend. The screening was held Monday evening at Morehead Cinemas.
Well, the Morehead Film Challenge is an event that the MSU Film Series Committee started about 11 years ago. The Morehead Film Challenge is an opportunity for students, both current and alumni, to make a movie. Basically, the Morehead Film Challenge is something that allows groups to make a movie in about 72 hours. Friday night at 5 o'clock, they get a line of dialogue, a genre, a prop, and a character's name, and they have till Monday morning at 10 a.m. to make a movie. And they're judged on how effectively they make use of those 4 items. Basically just to give students, particularly production students, another outlet to be creative.
Well, I saw it as an opportunity to it's kind of in the title of the name, it's the challenge. I never really was into sports, so my competitive inspirations come from doing media, and it gives me an opportunity to compete and see what other people do, and try and see if I can do something possibly better than what they can put out there. I was really happy that we placed. This year there was a lot of videos that were very good. When you're making something like that, you're wanting to control people's emotions in a way. You're wanting to make them feel something, and we accomplished that, and a lot of the other people accomplished that as well.
Taub Productions, a permanent filling, won first place in the challenge, with Pat and the Flapjacks' Love Me Today placing second, and ZB2 Studios' Shattered coming in third.
Tuesday night, Gamma Phi Beta held its annual Moonlight Soccer event to raise money for their philanthropy. NewsCenter spoke with the sorority's president, Whitley Good, to learn more about the event and get a glimpse of the night's soccer action.
Moonlight Soccer is an event that we have annually, and basically we just have a soccer tournament and we invite all of the organizations on campus to participate, and all the proceeds go towards our philanthropy, which is Girls on the Run, which is a running program for girls from 3rd to 8th grade, and it's just an after-school program that really tries to build their confidence and makes them work towards a goal of completing a 5K while also having fun and being physically active. It's a tournament, so basically we put people in different brackets depending on how many teams we have sign up, and there are the girls bracket, then co-ed and boys, and you just play until you win. I know that a few of the sororities have a team. Chi Omega, Delta Gamma, and Delta Zeta have already confirmed that they'll have a team. Also, Sigma Pi and Phi Mu Alpha. So we're really excited to see everyone come out, and we hope more people choose to participate.
Morehead State University has been honored with 2014 Tree Campus USA recognition for its commitment to effective urban forest management. NewsCenter reporter Courtney Howell met with Holly Nyhoff to discuss this honor.
USA is a designation by the Arbor Day Foundation for becoming a tree campus.
Tree care plan. We observe Arbor Day every year, and we also have a student learning service project that has to do with trees on an annual basis. And we have a committee that looks over the tree campus. This is the first year that we've been designated as a tree campus. Today, this is our Arbor Day observance day, and basically we're having a Chalk It Up event where students can write on the sidewalk what trees do for them, and then they will receive a free water bottle from Earthwise Eagles for doing that. And we're also planning a tree planting event later that will be later on in the year, and we'll make an announcement on our webpage when that will be. Be at the Lakiji cleanup. That's this afternoon, and also Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. We also have a tree walk throughout campus, so we have about 25 trees that are labeled on stakes, and it'll have the common name, the species name, and then a QR code where students can take a picture of the QR code and go to a website where it'll give them more information about that particular tree. We just want to make students and faculty and staff more aware of what trees do for us, and also just to protect our trees and help out, clean the air, provide habitat for animals, all the things you see listed here on the sidewalks that people are writing that are great about trees. They provide oxygen, they provide habitat, they provide food and fruit, and all of those things are great.
Bob Twiggs, professor of space science, is leading an innovative microgravity experiment for Morehead State University. MSU, along with the Mayo Clinic, will team up for the CDTX experiment, which will launch an edge of space balloon test of a re-entry capsule built by Terminal Velocity Aerospace of Atlanta, Georgia, and will contain an exomedicine experiment designed by researchers at the Mayo Clinic using instrumentation built by MSU faculty and staff during the week of April 27th. MSU's Bob Kroll, space systems engineer, and Victor Clark, a freshman in the space science engineering program from Ashland, will be at the Near Space Corporation facilities in Tillamook, Oregon for a balloon test of a re-entry capsule by a TVA. Funded by NASA, the small test capsule is being designed to bring back manufactured samples from the International Space Station on a regular basis. Aerodynamic descent of the capsule from the edge of space altitude will simulate a large portion of the trajectory of an orbital energy. The flight test is scheduled for May 2015, weather permitting. Additional information on MSU's part of the experiment is available by calling Twiggs at 606-783-9594.
Watch NewsCenter online at msutv.net.
And follow us on Twitter at MSU_NewsCenter.
On behalf of Mary Damron with weather, Alexis Matthews with sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Chad Hedrick. Have a great evening.